Your cat is tracking your habits. Your cat knows your schedule better than you do. No, seriously. If you wake up 5 minutes late, your cat was already staring at you 4 minutes ago. If you always eat at noon, your cat is in the kitchen at 11:58. This is not a coincidence. And once you understand what's actually happening inside your cat's brain, you'll never look at them the same way again. Let me paint you a picture. You get home from work every day at 6 p.m. One day, you come home at 5:30. Your cat is already at the door. Not because they heard you coming. They were there before you even pulled into the street. How? Your cat has been building a mental map of your entire day. Every single thing you do, every time you do it. And they are running that model in their head constantly. This video is going to break down exactly how cats do this, why they do it, and what it actually says about how smart these animals really are. So let's start with the problem. Or actually, let's start with the fact that most people completely underestimate their cats. Dogs get all the credit for being intelligent and emotionally aware. There are entire documentaries about how dogs can read human emotions, detect diseases, sense danger. But cats? People just say they're independent, aloof, don't care about their owners, just want food. That is completely wrong. Cats are not aloof. They are just subtle, and the difference matters a lot. A dog will react to everything, all the time, loudly. A cat sits back, watches, and builds a picture of the world around them slowly and quietly. And one of the main things they're building a picture of is you. Here's where it gets interesting. Cats have something called episodic-like memory. Scientists discovered this after doing tests where they hid food in different locations and came back at different times. Cats could remember not just where the food was, but when they had last visited that spot. So your cat isn't just remembering that you feed them, they're remembering the full sequence of events that leads to the food. You wake up, you go to the bathroom, you go to the kitchen, you grab the food bag, you fill the bowl. They know every step of that chain. And they know what step comes next before you even do it. This is called anticipatory behavior. And it's not random. It's a skill they've been practicing since they were kittens, reading patterns to figure out when they'll get what they need. In the wild, this same skill is used to figure out when prey will show up, when a predator might be nearby, when it's safe to sleep. Your cat evolved to track patterns in the environment to survive, and you are the most important pattern in your cat's environment. Now, let's talk about how they actually do this, because it's more than just memory. Cats use multiple systems at the same time. First, there's their internal body clock, which is called a circadian rhythm. Just like humans, cats have a biological clock that runs on roughly a 24-hour cycle. But unlike humans, cats are much more sensitive to subtle shifts in light, temperature, and sound that signal what time of day it is. This is one reason why cats tend to be more active at dawn and dusk. That's when their internal clock says it's time. Second, cats pick up on environmental cues, not just big ones like daylight, but tiny ones. The sound of an alarm, the smell of coffee, the specific vibration of your footsteps when you're getting ready to go out. They connect all of these things to what happens next. Third, and this one surprises most people, cats pick up on your emotional state. Studies have shown that cats can read human facial expressions, specifically distinguishing between happy and angry faces. They also respond to the tone of your voice. So when you come home stressed, your cat notices. When you're relaxed, they notice that too. Put all three of these systems together, and you have an animal that is tracking you in real time, constantly updating a model of who you are and what you're going to do next. This brings us to something even crazier. Cats don't just track your habits, they adapt to them. There was a study where researchers looked at how cats behaved based on how much time their owners spent working from home versus going to an office. Cats with owners who had irregular schedules became harder to predict, more anxious, and more vocal. Cats with consistent routines were calmer. What that tells you is that your cat isn't just observing your habits, they're depending on them. Your schedule is their schedule,
Your routine is what tells them the world is safe and predictable. When your routine breaks, their sense of security breaks too. That's why your cat acts weird when you go on vacation, or when you change your work hours, or even when you just rearrange the furniture. It's not just confusion, it's a kind of stress response. Your cat has been running a model of your world, and you just changed something inside it without warning. And here's the moment where this goes from interesting to genuinely kind of wild. Some owners have reported that their cats started acting differently weeks before they developed a health condition. Heart patients have described their cats becoming unusually clingy or sitting specifically on the side of their chest where they later had a problem. People who went through sudden shifts in mental health said their cats started sleeping closer to them or following them from room to room right before things got worse. Now, scientists are careful to say we don't have strong proof that cats can detect illness the way trained dogs can, but we do know a few things. Cats have an incredibly powerful sense of smell, many times stronger than humans. They can detect biochemical changes in your body that you can't even sense yourself. If your hormones change, if your body starts producing different compounds, your cat might notice that before you do. Add that to the fact that they're already tracking every detail of your behavior, and it becomes at least plausible that your cat noticing something is off before you do isn't magic. It's just pattern recognition, applied at a level we don't usually give them credit for.
So, what does all of this mean for how you should think about your relationship with your cat? It means your cat is not passive. They're not just sitting in the corner waiting to be fed. They're watching you, learning from you, adjusting to you, building a model of you that gets more accurate every single day. That also means your habits actually matter for your cat's well-being. A consistent routine doesn't just make your life easier, it makes your cat feel safe. Feeding them at the same time every day, having predictable moments where you interact with them, even just sitting in the same spot at the same time, all of that is communication to your cat. It tells them the world is stable. And the reverse is true. If your life is chaotic, your cat feels that. If you're stressed, they know. If you disappear without warning for a few days, you've broken something they were counting on. Your cat has been paying close attention to you this whole time. The least you can do is pay a little more attention back. If this made you see your cat differently, subscribe, because there's a lot more of this coming.